Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to a edition of Thursday Night Live with SheLovesThee. I don't know if I'm going to move to my phone or what. So if you see my screen freezing, let me know and I'll just move to my phone. Goodness gracious. Thank everybody for coming in. Go ahead and just hit the like button. You're here already. Just go ahead and hit the like button so we can get that out the way. I am so excited because we're going to finish part one. Yesterday we talked about the SWAC first team offense and second team offense. Tonight we'll be discussing the SWAC preseason first and second defense. Yeah, so we'll be discussing that. And we're also going to discuss the polls that came out today. So basically the Black college football poll that is going to be used possibly to determine another bowl game. That will be discussed tonight. Uh-oh, you heard Jay. Hey, Miss Whitley. Hey, Mrs. Smith. Hey, Attorney Walker. How are y'all doing? Dang, you know what? I meant to put the subscriber thing on there. Let me do that real quick. So I'm going to ask for everyone, of course, to subscribe, right? And hit the like button. And just to let you guys know, for the HBCU football season, if you are not subscribed to my page for at least 30 days, you're not going to be able to comment. So that's why you should just go ahead and subscribe now. No one is going to see that you're subscribed. You're watching anyway. But, you know, if your team wins, or if a team that you was beefing with, if they lose, you are not going to be able to heckle anybody on a SWAC Saturday night if you're not subscribed, because that subscription time period is going up, meaning I'm going to make it 30 days. Right now, it's going to be 5 days. We getting close. Dang, what is this? So I want to implore everyone to go ahead and do that, and also turn the notifications on, because of course, we're getting into the 2026 HBCU football season. So that means that I will be going live consistently. And you don't want to miss any of the shows that we're going to have. SWAC Saturday will just basically be a recap of all the HBCU football shows. Tuesday, we will get into the poll, and we'll do a deep dive into a couple of games as to why they went the way they did. We'll look at some personnel. Anything that we didn't get a chance to talk about on Saturday, we'll talk about on Tuesday. And then on Thursdays is when sometimes I'll have guests and sometimes I won't, but on Thursdays. That's when we'll be breaking down the games. Most of those games obviously will be Jackson State, but sometimes it'll be like really key matchups in the SWAC. And we'll be taking a look at, of course, 2 to 3 players on both teams' offense and defense and breaking it all down. So I'm excited. All right, let me go ahead and.
Yeah, man, hey, write a check your ass in cash, man. That's all I can say.
Listen, I haven't played these in a while, so I'm just gonna go through them because I haven't played them in a while.
I got something to say.
What else I got on here? Ooh, I like this one. Let's watch this one.
Hello, welcome back to Lessons with Kobe. Today we will be learning the term belt to ass in sign language. First, we're going to break it down. Stay with me. Belt to ass. One more time. Belt to ass. Together now. Belt to ass. And that concludes my lesson. See you next season.
If you want to know what folks that are playing Jackson State this year, what you can expect, that is our answer. You're going to expect belt to ass, okay? Just letting y'all know ahead of time. So it's no mistakes. There's no gray area. Straight ass whoopings. All right. Hey, Lady T. Everybody wish Lady T speedy recovery and well wishes. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Okay. Let me go ahead and do this while we wait a couple minutes. So there's some tea that I have for Mr. Ford that I want him to explain this. Then we're going to go over the Black College Football poll quickly. Listen, I do not have the insider information on who the media members or who the members are that are actually responsible for voting for this Black College Football poll, but you know, there's been a lot of fodder on Twitter as of late regarding the money games. I find it interesting when certain coaches say something, everyone's like, oh yeah, I agree. But then when Jackson State head coach TC Taylor speaks out, all of a sudden it's the worst thing in the world. So this is North Carolina A&T's head coach Sean Gibbs. And as you know, he's had a rough couple of seasons to start. Actually, I think coaches for the last probably 5 years had struggled at A&T in terms of getting that program reinvigorated and off the ground. And so this is what Sean Gibbs had to say in terms of money games. I think we should listen to see and hear what he has to say.
I mean, honestly, for our team, I don't think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I mean, we've got 60 plus points put on us, and we lost 3 quarterbacks. So, you know, for me, yeah, it was a good environment, great platform, but is that worth it? I don't know. I mean, honestly, for our team, I don't think it's worth it.
And so basically the question that he was asked was, you know, how does it feel playing the Power 4 teams? And he highlighted that, you know, we lost 3 quarterbacks in one game, and that game to the totality of his season, they don't matter. And he's already lost 3 quarterbacks. Interesting to note that while that particular Power 4 team put 60 on him, North Carolina A&T North Carolina Central put 60 points on him too. So, you know, hey, it looks like at this point in time, and maybe that has changed since this season with recruitment and stuff, but at this point in time, it didn't really matter who North Carolina A&T was playing, whether it was an HBCU or a Power 4, they was getting their teeth knocked in. But for that particular moment, he highlighted like, hey, we lost some folks. And I have another video. I love using this video. The reason is because when everybody was like talking about, or excuse me, when Prime was here, everybody was like, he's football. So everything that he says like goes, like, you know, everything that Dion says, they take it, and it's like no one has ever said it before. So it's interesting to see some of his proteges have an about face in terms of strength of schedule. I am so intrigued by it. You want to be like Prime, right? Don't y'all want to be like Prime?
Getting your butt kicked. I mean, really kicked, help you as a team. Financially, cool. All money ain't good money. Getting your butt kicked. I mean, really kicked, help you as a team. Financially, cool. All money ain't good money. Getting your butt.
So, you know, it's strange because the same folks who were like, oh my gosh, Prime, he's going to save HBCUs. Oh, everything that he says, he's right. Oh, you know, almighty Prime. They have a difference of opinion when it comes to, I guess, when a Jackson State coach says it, all of a sudden now we got issues. What happened? I thought y'all agreed. I thought you agreed with what Prime was saying. All right. And so last but not least, I want to highlight another thing that almighty Prime said. Folks got their panties in a bunch, but I didn't, because I agree. And this is why whenever Coach Prime gets his ass whooped, I post that same exact video. Same exact one.
Thinking would say it's disrespectful. But the man that does think would say, you know what? This is like a money game, isn't it? This is like one of those games that you invite the opponent so you could make a lot of money because Jackson State travels deep. Thinking would say it's disrespectful. But the man that does think would say, you know what? This is like a money game, isn't it? This is like one of those games that you invite the opponent so you could make a lot of money.
Okay, so this is Coach Prime. You know, he always plays up all the games, as we all know. And so one of the things that he did was he highlighted that the game for Jackson State versus Alabama State was a money game. But he's talking about the new money game. And what that new money game involves is games where you make a lot of money because you guys have a large fan base coming in. So, you know, like I say, Jackson State is the money game. The money game. The money game. You want to make some money, schedule Jackson State. But that's another reason why Jackson State doesn't schedule everybody, because it's not a two-way street. And what I mean by that is, like, Jackson State will bring in a lot of people to certain people's games, and it's not reciprocated. And that's why when we schedule, we bring in teams that are going to make us money. Or we're bringing a team to our stadium, and we're going to make money off of our fans, right? And our sponsors. And it's not going to cost us travel for the band, hotel, food. It's not going to cost all that. So, you know, I felt that was like, I'm looking at the glaring hypocrisy. It's the hypocrisy for me. Like, anything Coach Prime said, y'all will lick and lap it up. And now that it's Coach TC saying it, all of a sudden it's a problem. What are we doing here? And here's my thing. This is a good question I need to ask Blue, which is, when you guys are making strength of schedule at the FCS level, they don't even include FBS teams. FBS teams are not included in a strength of schedule. Not included. So that's a fallacy for anybody who wants to create like a little chart or whatever. That's not, you're not even supposed to, why are you including those people on the strength of schedule? You playing, that's not included. It's not included. Whenever they do the FCS strength of schedule, FBS teams are not included. We literally played all of those other teams, like when we played Texas State or USM or ULM, never was a part of the story. Doesn't JSU bus the band and football team to the home games to and from the campus? Edwin Moore, I can promise you it doesn't cost $2,000 to move them. Ooh. And I did not hear about that. But, you know, here's another thing, which I've talked about this, you guys. I've talked about it, and I've talked about it till I'm blue in the face. And that is that Power 5 and Power 4 schools are going to stop scheduling FCS teams. The same way that there was an executive decision to stop playing D3 teams. What do you think that the Ohio States, the Michigan States, what do you think that they compare us to? Do you think that they compare us to a fair fight? No, they look at us in terms of play. When we talk about competition, it's like playing a D2 team to them, right? Yes, we are at Division I, but when they play us, they have those same types of things. And then because of the way that they are structuring the playoffs for at the FBS level, and they're making it really hard on the teams for who you play, they're going to schedule less and less and less of y'all. So what are you prepared to do? How are you going to make up for that revenue? How are you going to make up for it? Let me play how you going to fix it. They're canceling matchups, HBCU matchups with FBS teams.
How you gonna fix it? You done messed me up to try to fix it. I done called the police because I'm doing a refund. A refund is due unto me. Don't feel like I just been abused out here today. God ain't really like this. You can't do the Saints like this. Boy, I don't even know if I'm gonna sit out here till the police come. I'm gonna sit out here till the police come. I'm doing a refund. Because I'm doing one to me.
Case in point, according to Tybee, it says Georgia pulled an okie doke on the Rattlers, supposedly because of the SEC's 9-conference game mandate. You know what? If I'm the Rattlers, I'm actually not complaining. I'm not complaining about them canceling. Hey, Mr. Ford.
Hey, you doing all right?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hey, everybody. Hey, Miss Whitley. Okay, Lady T, how you doing? Brandy, how you doing? Miss Mary. How's it going? Dr. Kanisha, how you doing? Hey, everybody, I'm doing good.
Hey, everybody else.
Yeah, hey, everybody else.
I'm so glad that you pulled up right when you did, because we were just chit-chatting it up a little bit, just
Uh,
expounding a little bit on the playing of money games and that Jackson State is ducking competition. And lo and behold, it looks like Georgia pulled an okie doke on the Rattlers because of the
okay.
SEC's 9-conference game mandate.
Oh, okay. Okay, what happened?
They canceled.
Good. FAMU, you said it happened to FAMU?
Yeah.
You don't need to play them. Let them pick FBS schools play them FBS schools. To me, they should listen. FBS schools should have to play at least 10 FBS schools. You ask me. Some of them say 9, but I say 10. Because what's going to happen is when they have their little playoffs, you know, that playoff thing, you're going to have them mediocre teams up in that playoff instead of good teams. Because they already talking about going to 24. That's too many. 16 should be the limit.
You know what I really hate? I really hate that people will look at our structure as it is
Uh,
and try to mimic what people are doing on the outside instead of appreciating what we have going for the HBCU space. Yeah, we should have a playoff. Y'all don't even attend regular games in your conference. Why the hell are you gonna try to add in a playoff system in the middle of December? You don't even attend your own games week 1 through week 0 through week 13. Why would you want to add in all these extra games? Now, I could see another bowl game, which I think that possibly in the near future, Mr. Ford, the
yeah.
Black College Football poll that they have put out is going to be more than likely the gauge system that they'll use to see who can go to the second bowl game, right? Outside of the Celebration Bowl.
Right.
They plan on having one, allegedly. And then they said the payout was $650,000. That's what, $650,000 to play Georgia?
That's what I'm saying. That's too.
What the hell? I need 1.5 million. Y'all
Two.
take pennies to
Two.
get y'all asses drug up and down the field.
Yeah. 2 million.
Oh,
2
not
million.
two, not
With
one.
this inflation, yeah, 2
You
million.
right, you right. Two
With this inflation, yeah,
for the
2
bank.
million. Yeah.
Just call it reparations.
Yeah. Whatever. 2
Okay.
million.
So tonight, Mr. Ford, we're going to talk about the 2026 preseason Black College Football poll.
Okay.
And then we're going to talk about the first and second team defense for the SWAC preseason. And I got some tea, Mr. Ford. You ain't heard about it yet.
No.
About who's on the roster of the Grambling State Tigers. Have you heard?
No, I haven't heard.
Oh, you got a quarterback, Mr. Ford.
Okay, is it that kid from Boston College?
No, somebody else.
It's somebody else?
Yep.
Okay, I'm waiting to hear that.
All right.
Okay.
So let's start with the 2026 preseason Black College Football poll.
Okay.
Let me like basically tell you guys how I guess this Black College Football poll, how it's done. They don't necessarily release who the voting members are. They haven't, said how exactly that works, which I would want to know. I would want to know like who the voting members are, but let me go ahead and just read it to you. This is Fox 54. So the defending conference and national champions South Carolina State and Johnson C. Smith have earned the #1 rankings in the inaugural 2026 preseason Black College Football Poll. It's a new era of nationally recognized weekly rankings for HBCUs competing at the NCAA Division I football championship subdivision. And the Division II level. So basically, Mr. Ford, they're coming out with two separate polls, and it's going to be weekly. The college football poll is formally endorsed and sanctioned by the 4 NCAA HBCU conferences, which is the SIAC, the CIAA, the MEAC, and the SWAC. Beginning with the preseason, the Black College Football Poll will be released each week. Voters submit a top 10 ballot using a 10-point scoring system, with the first place receiving 10 points, second place 9 points, and continuing through 1 point for 10th place. It says that it's a nationwide voting panel of 57 voters, Mr. Ford. And it includes head coaches and media members who cover HBCU football.
Okay.
So here we are. #1, of course, they have South Carolina State. #2, they have Prairie View A&M. 3, Jackson State. 4, Alabama State. 5, North Carolina Central. 6, Delaware State. 7, Grambling State. 8, Bethune-Cookman. 9, Texas Southern. And 10, Florida A&M. What do you think about that, Mr. Ford?
Okay, now wait a minute. How you gonna have a top 10 and you got Bethune-Cookman and Texas Southern in? Okay, see, that kills your credibility right there. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You're not looking at these conferences.
Members and coaches.
First of all, South Carolina State shouldn't. Well, I mean, I guess they are saying since they are the defending champion, they got to be knocked off the podium. I understand that. Okay, but let me tell you something. Bethune-Cookman, I don't understand that. Texas Southern, I don't understand that. No, I don't know why they're in there. Who else you say?
Number 5 is North Carolina Central. 6 is Delaware State. 7 is Grambling State.
Okay.
Florida A&M is number 10. Yeah, so that's it. You know, the first 4, I think you are actually the first 5, Mr. Ford. You had all of those, which was South Carolina State, Prairie View, Jackson State, Alabama State, and North Carolina Central. They're just, flip-flopped a little bit. But Mr. Ford, you had those same top 5.
Yeah, I can understand. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't get the Texas Southern. I don't. I think it's some teams better than Texas Southern. It's some teams better than Bethune-Cookman, because I don't know. I don't know what Bethune-Cookman's gonna do. I don't. I'm not. I was proud of Coach Woody because he saved his job last year with the season that he had. But then coming into this year, I don't know what to expect.
So I think, starting off the season, honestly, I think that this poll was literally based off of how the season ended last year.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it takes into account who has what this year and what they're going to do. It doesn't involve that. This is just strictly a preseason poll, and I think that most of the voting members just voted purely off of how the season ended last year. That's how you introduce the season. Excuse me, the poll for this year is.
Yeah, so they didn't do no research. They didn't make no phone calls, didn't talk to anybody.
I do know that in terms of research, it's limited for a lot of teams because they don't have their rosters uploaded yet.
Okay, I understand.
It's hard to do research when you don't really know what everybody has.
Okay. All right, I understand.
Okay, and then let's do Division II. Of course, we have Johnson C. Smith at #1. 2 is Benedict, 3 is Albany State, 4 is Virginia Union, 5 is Kentucky State, 6 is Fayetteville State, 7 Virginia State, 8 is Allen, 9 is Edward Waters, and 10 is Tuskegee.
Okay, first and foremost, Queen Gray is gone from Albany State, so we don't know what to expect from them.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at that guys. I did some research on the coach at Albany State, the new coach. He came from Johnson C. Smith as a head coach. I don't even know if he got 10 wins because he was at St. August somewhere. And I don't. I
You
don't
said
think that, he ain't got 10 wins.
wait, you mean 10 wins in his tenure as
Yeah, you can look it up. I can't remember his name. He was a defensive coordinator.
You are hard on the kid. It's preseason. It's
I
preseason.
know, but I'm just saying, I don't know what to expect out of Albany State. You know, I've been fussing about Tuskegee for the longest. You know, I talk to the people up here all the time. You know, I tell them, listen, we need Tuskegee to be a winner. We need Tuskegee to be a perennial winner. And everybody says they got to get Reginald Ruffin out from down there. But I don't think that's coming because he just got some award.
He got an award, but you saying he don't need to be down there? How did he get an award?
That's most of they. I mean, when I talk to the Tuskegee people up here, like, I always ask, well, what's the problem now? Why is Tuskegee not, why is it they not winning? Why they not winning the conference and all that? And everybody always says Reginald Ruffin is in the way. They don't like him.
Oh, well, and as you know, this isn't everybody, Mr. Ford. It's just them Atlanta folks. All right, so
Yeah.
before we,
and by the way, was Edward Waters in there? Was Edward Waters in that Division II top 10?
Edward Waters was 9. Brian
Okay,
Jenkins.
yeah. I'm a Brian Jenkins fan now.
Yeah. All right. So, okay, here's the tea, Mr. Ford. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the tea that I have for today is you guys have a new quarterback, and his name is RJ Johnson, Mr. Ford.
Oh yeah, RJ, the kid from FAMU.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now, why would you? Huh?
Now I know he left FAM and went to UMass somewhere, right?
I guess it didn't work out.
Okay, so he's at Grambling now.
Yes. What do you think about that?
Well, now let me say this. Okay.
Them Rattlers, I don't know if they're salty or if they don't care, but they were definitely making noise today about RJ Johnson going to Grambling. I wonder why.
Well, I'm just saying, I thought that Cozy did a lousy job of putting the correct system around him. He has a strong arm, but he's a pocket passer. Now, I thought that he should have been played with 2 tight ends. Okay. He could throw the football now. He could throw through what we call throw through the window and all of that. It's just I got to see how Mickey's going to use him.
He had 2,597 passing yards last year, 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 65%.
Well, okay. Well, like I said, who's the offense coordinator at Grambling?
Why are you saying that he with that many passing yards and 18 touchdowns, if he would have been in the SWAC, he might have actually got a preseason nod. But my question to you is, why are you saying that he was used incorrectly by Colsey? Why are you saying that?
because I witnessed it. I was there. I saw how they used it, and then I watched him on television. I told you he was not that what I would call that spread type quarterback. That wasn't his thing. He was more of a Dan Fouts. You remember Dan Fouts with the two tight ends? You know, the 2 and 3 package where, kind of like how Doug was used by the Redskins. He was that kind of a guy. He was. I didn't think he was used correctly.
I think it was the offensive line, Mr. Ford. That's what I think it was.
Yeah,
Saying he was used incorrectly, but he had 2,597 passing yards and 18 touchdowns.
yeah. You can have statistics and still be used incorrectly now. You can have statistics,
right? But 2,597 yards, Mr. Ford.
No, that just simply means he threw a lot. I mean, he threw the ball. The ball was in the air. But I'm just telling you, I didn't like how they used him. I didn't like the system that they had him in. I really didn't.
Well, I've always said that part of being a great coach, and I'll say it over and over and time again, which is part of being a great coach is the ability to know what your quarterback's strengths are and mimic or fit the system to the quarterback. Don't try to make your quarterback be something that they're not.
Right.
Don't place your quarterback in situations thinking that he'll learn or he'll get it. Like, if you see his strengths and his weaknesses week in and week out at practice, your main goal is to take those strengths and create packages that basically highlight those strengths. Because I think that was one of the Achilles heels for Jackson State in our first year when we had Jason Brown at quarterback.
Yeah, I remember him.
Our offensive coordinator was like trying to make Jason Brown run plays that were more for a more mobile quarterback. And it's like, Jason Brown is not a mobile quarterback. He has concrete for his feet. Like, he needs protection and he is a pocket passer. Stop trying to make him do scrambles. And I feel like he was like, there, he's going to just keep trying these plays that didn't fit our quarterback.
Oh, yeah, I understand. Like, but now, who is the offense coordinator at Grambling? Do you know?
I do not know. I can look it up for you though.
Yeah, see who I want to see if it's somebody I know.
The Edwin Moore keeps on saying Tony Hole. I thought Tony Hole went to Alabama.
Tony Hole is at Alabama State. He's with Eddie Robinson. He's offense coordinator at Alabama State. Yeah.
They don't have an offensive coordinator right now.
Okay.
Not listed on the website is what I meant to say.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, so they released the 2020 roster and I don't see it. Oh, wait. Nope. That's a run game coordinator. I do not see an offensive coordinator on here at this point in time. I will say this. One of their his staff is Alan Ricard. Do you remember Alan Ricard? He's a special teams coordinator at Grambling, but he was on Jackson State's staff when Dion was here.
Yeah, I remember. He played in the NFL, didn't he?
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, I remember Alan Ricard. Yeah, I remember him. I remember he was at Jackson, but I remember him from the NFL.
Yeah, so he's on the Grambling staff.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. I don't see an offensive coordinator at this point in time. But they had gotten rid of their offensive coordinator, and he's now Edward Waters.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Dooley. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Dooley. You're right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I expect them to be pretty good too. I expect Edward Waters to be pretty good. I was
You
impressed with
do?
them last year. Yeah, I was impressed with them last year. I saw them play at Clark Atlanta's homecoming.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was impressed with them.
Okay. So you already highlighted for the Black College Football poll that, you don't agree with the Bethune-Cookman and Texas Southern.
No.
Anything on the Division II that raises your eyebrows or?
Well, the main thing is, like I said, at Albany State, Quinn Gray has gone down the road to Tallahassee. So I don't know what to expect out of Albany State. I don't.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I know that I don't know if Johnson C. Smith reloaded all around, but I know they did bring in some big time quarterbacks. 'Cause I think they brought a kid in from UCLA,
Who brought in a kid from UCLA?
Johnson C. Smith.
Wow.
Yeah, they brought a quarterback in from UCLA, and I think they brought another powerful quarterback. I'm not sure. But, I really like Coach Flowers. He's offensive. I like the way he runs that offense.
Mm, mm, mm. I'm so ready for football to get here. Like we always get down to this stretch right here where everybody's making so much noise about who is doing what and who's going to do what and this is going to be like that. And then the game has to be played, right?
Yeah, let's have media day first. Let's just have media day first. Looking forward to next Wednesday.
What are you seeking? Like, what type of information are you seeking to get from media day?
Personnel, the people on the roster and where they're from. And I'd like to know if Grambling is going to hire an offense coordinator or they already got him and we just don't know who he is. I need to know that kind of stuff. Because if you're going to get a kid like RJ, you got to have an offense coordinator that knows how to use him.
Did Albany State keep their quarterback or did he transfer? Didn't
He's
Isaiah
at
know?
Florida. He's at Florida A&M. He's going to be the starting quarterback for the Rattlers.
Coaches love to take their quarterbacks with them.
Oh yeah, I mean they know the system. You don't have to recreate the wheel, and then he can teach other players.
Most likely, the rosters will be released SWAC Media Day, right, Mr. Ford?
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Yeah, I heard that.
So if you're looking for anybody's roster, like Grambling uploaded their roster, of course, but for the most part, you will get the rosters and know who is doing what, who, when, where, why, and you will know that on Wednesday.
Yeah, I need to know who's going to be the play caller at Grambling. I need to know that.
What's that going to do for you? It's going to give you, are you going to rank them higher or something?
Well, if it's somebody I know, because usually if I know you, I know your body of work. I know the style you're going to use. And I like to know that kind of stuff. Because from what I'm hearing, Grambling did bring in some players. I've heard that from several people up here. They brought in some players.
Well, let me know who they brought in.
Huh?
Who did they bring in? Is it a secret or something?
No. The main one that I was concerned about was at the quarterback position. And you saying they're bringing in RJ's there. But that kid that we were watching on film, the kid from Boston College, I think he came up from Southern Miss or somewhere. That kid can play. I saw him on film. I was impressed with that kid on film. That kid can play. He's about 6'3", 6'2". He can really throw it, and he can run, But I was real impressed with him on film.
So, Mr. Moore said that the kid that's going to be, is he going to be in a better position at Grambling than he was at FAMU if he doesn't know who the offensive coordinator is at this time. I could have
Well, that's
sworn
key.
that
That's key. You
didn't
got
Mickey Joseph say he was calling plays? I could have sworn towards the end of last season that Mickey Joseph said he was going to call plays. Or am I tripping? You don't remember that?
No, yeah, I do. I do remember that. Yeah, I remember
So
that.
maybe he's keeping it that way. I know when your
I'd be
job is on the
surprised.
line.
Listen, I'd be surprised. Because see, being the head coach and being the offense coordinator, that's a lot. Now, some people can do it, okay? But for me,
I think that
was
like some Jackson State fans are like, because TC Taylor highlighted about how exhausting it is to be an offensive coordinator and a head coach.
I mean, it's a lot. That's a lot, you know.
But when he called the plays, we were airing it out and, you know, life was good. So the moment that we see a situation where offensively we're not off to a good start, the first thing that you'll see fans say is, oh, let TC call the plays. Let TC call the plays. And I think that as a head coach, like one of the things that you do for your staff is basically trust in your staff that they'll work through it.
Yeah, I believe in delegating authority myself, you know. Now, there could come a point where he can call the game himself, you know, but initially,
No,
it's a lot. It's a lot when you're the head coach and then you're trying to be the offense coordinator. That's a lot. That's a lot.
kind of like when Coach Colsey was trying to call the defense last year.
I thought it was awful. I thought he was a novice as a play caller. I was not impressed with him at all. I was there. I was there at the Albany
I was
State.
not impressed at all. Dang,
No,
you are.
No, I was not impressed at all. I was there when.
Why you so hard on folks, Mr. Ford?
No, I'm just saying. I was there when Albany State played Florida A&M in Bragg Stadium last year, and Quinn Gray, you know, just had him pinned down almost the whole first half. He could do nothing. He couldn't make no adjustments. The nose kid put on a clinic, you know, that first half. I actually thought Albany State was going to win that game, you know. But hey, he didn't impress me at all as a defense coordinator, as a play caller. Matter of fact, I thought the defense got worse.
Okay. Well, Malik Gukake is a defensive lineman, and he will be at SWAC Media Day.
And he's from what school?
Prairie View.
Oh, okay. Okay, he's from Prairie View. Okay.
Yeah, he had 42 total tackles, 10.5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 1 block, 1 fumble recovery, and 3 forced fumbles.
Oh, yeah. He played a lot. It's obvious he played a lot.
The next one is Eric Thomas, Jr., defensive lineman for Alcorn State. I feel like Alcorn State did such a good job towards the end of the season. It'll be interesting to see if they can.
Yeah, I did too. I just thought the quarterback made some strides in the game against Jackson, but I want to see what he's going to be like this year, and I want to see, you know, the offensive coordination at Alcorn.
Did you know that FAMU did not receive any first or second team offense or defensive players? Nobody from FAMU's team made it.
Well, nobody knows what they have down there. I mean, like you said, do they have a roster out?
No.
I mean, we know Isaiah knows, you know, we know him.
Like it's usually the preseason awards, they only go to players that were there last year. Like
right, that's what I'm saying. So, you know, no, I can believe that. Nobody knows what's going on in Tallahassee. I don't know what's coming back, what's you know, what's join them, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I can believe that nobody's on the preseason. Because remember, preseason polls and preseason picks and all that is I told you what Nick Saban said is rat poison. You know, it's paper stuff. You know, and like we always say, the game ain't played on paper now. It's played on the field.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Well, we look at the paper after the game.
Yeah, but I'm just saying now, we just talking. We talking and people putting down what they think on paper, you know. Um, yeah, I can believe that about FAMU though. Yeah, nobody knows what's going on down there. We gonna find out. Because we definitely gonna find out Labor Day weekend, baby. Because guess what? They got to go against the mailman. We gonna find out something.
So if the mail doesn't get delivered, what does that say about FAMU?
Listen, baby, we gonna find out what fam got. And, you know, we gonna
If the
find out.
mail's not delivered, what does that say about FAMU?
Yeah, if they play South Carolina State tough. Listen, it's gonna be some good ball down there in Tallahassee this year.
I thought it was gonna be in Miami.
I'm just saying for the season, it's gonna be some good ball in Tallahassee. I'm just talking about about the season in general. But listen, they got wait a minute. You got Albany State, that's a cupcake game. You got South Carolina State, they're gonna be pushed. Okay, we ain't even talking about that Miami stuff. And then like I told you before, I don't think Tennessee State's gonna beat any of y'all SWAC teams. Okay. And then, Alabama A&M has got to come down to Tallahassee. That's going to be, we're going to find out a lot about both of them teams. We're going to find out a lot about both of them teams. And then you got to remember now, I think first and second week in October, baby, they got to go over there and face Andrew Body. They got to go to Montgomery, baby. They got to go face them Hornets. What that thing you said, Swarm is one, ain't it? What is that you say?
Yeah, stay.
Yeah, Swarm is one.
Yeah, y'all can swarm all y'all want to.
Yeah, they're gonna look at baby.
We coming to exterminate.
Hey, what's the date of that FAMU Alabama State? Isn't that the 3rd or the 10th? What's that date?
You'll have to ask a.
Hey, somebody from Alabama State. What's the day of your homecoming?
When's your homecoming?
It's Alabama State's homecoming. I think it's October 3rd or October 10th. But I'm telling you now, you listen. When FAMU fall up in Montgomery, baby. Because let me tell you something. Don't forget this thing now. That boy put 300 or 400 yards on him last year down there in Bragg Stadium.
Who put 400 yards?
Andrew Body. That game was nationally televised. He went off.
Okay. Eric Thomas from the Alcorn State Braves, defensive lineman, 6'3", 245 pounds, Columbus, Mississippi. He had 26 total tackles, 14 solo, 12 assists, 4 sacks, 1 fumble recovery. Arenza Davis. They have a Alabama A&M defensive lineman, Mr. Ford.
Okay, now, what's his name?
Arenza Davis.
Okay, what's his size?
5'10", 229 pounds.
And he plays what? Running back?
No, we talk about the defense, Mr. Ford.
Okay, what's his position?
It just says defensive lineman, Mr. Ford.
And you said 5'10"?
Yeah.
And you said 2 what now?
He had 10 sacks, 10 solo tackles and 2 sacks.
Okay, he's not a linebacker. We're talking about a defensive lineman?
It says defensive lineman, Mr. Ford. Why you keep on highlighting that? Because he's 5'10". Is that
Yeah,
why
you said 5'10", 2 what? How much 2 what?
229.
Okay. All right.
Jay White said he plays big.
Oh, okay, Jay White. I got you. Okay, we'll see.
They said he's an excellent pass rusher.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, you said 10. Didn't you say 10 solo? What'd you say? 10 sacks?
10 solo tackles, 2 sacks.
Yeah.
He had 31 total tackles. 31 total tackles.
Okay, well, listen, we got to, because that's a big question mark for Alabama A&M is that front seven. What kind of fire can they be? Can that defensive squad be turned into a championship squad?
Y'all in the chat are cutting up.
Uh,
They're telling me to go ahead and get to the defensive preseason player of the year. They want me to get to that part. Okay.
okay.
Michael Jordan, defensive line, 6'1", 283 pounds. Alabama State, 19 total tackles, 7 solo, 12 assists, 1.5 sack. You guys do realize that when I go to SWAC Media Day, in the event that I'm interviewing people, that one of the things you have to do is you have to interview the student athletes, right? Y'all do know that.
Well, that's what I love when you interview the student athletes. I love that. As far as the kid from Alabama State, now he's got to be the truth because that's Eddie Robinson's defenses are usually tight. They're really.
I was just gonna say it's probably one of those next man up situations because there was a lot of overhaul for Alabama State's defense, but one of the things I think he had a young team, right? So he had a young team the year before last. The team got better that year. They weren't able to beat Jackson State, but they did beat Prairie View. And so it's kind of like one of those next man up development. I will say that Alabama State definitely develops their defense.
Yeah, they play good defensive football. That's been his card since he's been head coach at Alabama State. They play good defense. They play really good defense. Now the thing is that the first couple of years they were really big, but I don't know how big they're going to be this year. Now that's what everybody's saying about Prairie View and Jackson. Prairie View and Jackson are going to have big guys. They're going to be really big.
Big, strong Jackson State.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jackson and Prairie View. I hear they're going to be really big.
Denarius Hiller wasn't playing no damn games.
What happened then?
Denarius Hiller from UAPB. He's from Hazelhurst, Mississippi.
He's from where?
Hazelhurst, Mississippi.
Yeah, that's Lewis Tillman's hometown, isn't it?
Yeah. He's 5'11", 210 pounds. He had 87 total tackles for last year. 45 solo.
He's a DB or is he a linebacker?
He's a linebacker.
Okay.
42 assisted tackles, 3.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. Okay, Denarius. That was a pretty good year, don't you think, Mr. Ford?
Yeah, that was a big year, baby. That's a big year.
That's a big year.
That's a big year. You said 87 tackles?
87 total tackles.
Yeah, that's a big year.
Next is Wyatt Wright from Alabama A&M. He's a North Carolina State transfer.
What's his size?
6'1", 202 pounds. He's a linebacker. He had 72 total tackles.
Okay.
34 solo, 38 assists, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 1 interception.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that they're just basically trying to add on to some of those pieces. We're just gonna have to see what he bought in. It's it's really funny when you do SWAC Media Day because you ask the coaches about like what they bought in, and it's not like they're gonna tell you. Or you ask them what kind of scheme they're gonna run. They're not gonna tell you, Mr. Ford. It's so
they don't have to. You don't have to tell me your scheme. All I gotta do is see if you play. You don't have to tell me that.
No, like for instance, if I interview Coach Sam Shea, like, Coach, you struggled defensively last year, but it looks like you bought in some key pieces. Arenza Davis had a great season, and a couple of your other players. Can you talk a little bit about your recruitment and what you bought in? It's not like he's gonna tell me the answer.
Well, I mean, if he gives you individual personnel, I mean, that's good. But listen, babe, when I go to them games, the first thing I watch is that front four and that. Basically, I watch the front seven, and I can tell you,
Okay, what's your front seven looking like over there?
yeah. I can look if I can look at your front seven, I can tell you what you're running, and I can tell you what you're doing, and all that. Whether your linebackers are coming downhill or whether they're trying to diagnose and flow to the football, you can see all that. That's right. There you go, right there. Them boys said the trenches tell the story. That's the truth, baby. That's where I was always taught. We gonna watch your trenches.
Tell the story.
Yeah, I can tell you what defense you can disguise your defense. So once I watch your trenches, I can tell you what you're doing. I can tell you what you're doing.
So you know what they doing.
Yeah. I told you the other night, one of the things I always like about Jackson State, I like when Coach Quinn goes to that, when he stands them six up and he brings up them athletes and he brings that pressure up front. Man, listen, I love that. I love that. Boy, I love that. And then he mans up on the outside. Like I told you the other night, if your quarterback can't run, if he ain't dual threat, he gonna suffer. He gonna be suffocated.
I mean, that's where your running back comes in and making sure you're running
No, that's
back and
your
your
offensive line better know what to do because they can get overpowered. But baby, when you bring them six up and you stand everybody up, you don't know what directions they coming in. You don't know who gonna drop back. Listen, that's me. I love when the Coach Quinn goes to that, when he brings that pressure and he brings them athletes up on that front. Man.
I wonder what schemes he's gonna run. All right. So anyway, Steven Sparrow is a linebacker for Bethune-Cookman. He is 6'1", 220 pounds. He had 62 total tackles, 36 solo, 26 assists, 2 sacks last year. Yep. Tashawn Sims, Mr. Ford of
Now
Alabama.
let me say this about that Bethune-Cookman defense. I wasn't impressed with the defense. I wasn't impressed with the play calling. Yeah, I like defenses that can dictate tempo, that can stop people. And I didn't see that from Bethune-Cookman. I didn't. Now, supposedly they're going to have 2 defense coordinators this year, I think. They went out and got another defensive coordinator. I think they'll have.
Why? Did you not want to get rid of your other one? You want to have co-defense?
No. Sometimes you can be a defense coordinator and space everybody out, but you might not be that great at play calling. And so I think this guy that they bringing in, he's going to do the play calling. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I think that crazy because for Bethune-Cookman, one year they'll have a decent defense and they need offense. The next year they'll have a superior offense and they just don't have a defense. Like, it's never one of those situations where they have both.
Well, we're going to see. We're going to see. I just wasn't impressed with their defense last year.
You were not. I was not impressed. I was not
impressed with their defense last year. I was impressed with their offense.
Tashawn Sims has 33 total tackles, 20 solo, 13 assists, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery. And he had 5 interceptions. Damn.
And he was a linebacker?
No. He's ain't he a DB? He's a safety. He's a safety.
Okay.
Where did he get some interceptions by? Let me see where he got the interceptions. Let's see, where did he get them interceptions from? Oh, he got 2 against Tuskegee, 1 against Valley. I don't know where the other 2 came from. Let's see where the other ones came from. one against Alabama A&M, one against Jackson State. Okay. All right, Sean. All right, we're going to save the best for last, so I'm going to skip that one. Eric Zachary is a defensive back from Prairie View. I thought y'all, I remember you saying like they bought in like 70 plus players for Prairie View, which would leave basically maybe 35 players on the roster.
35 to 40, that's right.
Eric Zachary is a defensive back, 6'1", 170 pounds. He had 49 total tackles last year, 26 solo, 23 assists, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, and 2 interceptions.
You remember, I was very impressed with their defensive secondary last year at Prairie View. I watched them guys. They were tough. I mean, they could hit, they could diagnose, they could run with, I was impressed with that defense secondary. They were well coached, but they were also athletes.
Herman Brister.
Yeah, I've watched Brister for years. He's good.
He has 56 total tackles for last year, 34 solo, 22 assists, 1 forced fumble, 5 passes defended. He's from Baton Rouge. That's a hometown hero right there.
Yeah, he's been there for the last 3 years, right?
Is it only been 3? I thought he'd been there for 4 years. It has him down here. It has 2024 and 2025. That's what it has on here.
Yeah,
so
he can play.
Southern for 2 seasons.
Yeah, he can play. He can play. I've watched him.
You said I've watched him for years.
Yeah.
Some years.
Yeah, he can play. I've seen him.
All right. Let me go ahead and do my little spiel. Let's see if we can get some stuff going on here. I have to introduce the Defensive Player of the Year. Let me see if it's gonna play.
you imagine when they go in the Dudley Field at Vanderbilt Stadium, when they break into that? Boy, I wish I could be there to hear that.
Yes. Okay. You don't have to be extra. The preseason defensive player of the year is none other than the Jackson State. Let me move this out the way so y'all can see it. Defensive back, Cam Salas. You know what? It's not often that I agree with every assessment in terms of the polls and picks. But I have to say, I think that they knocked it out of the park with this particular pick. Yes.
Yeah, sure. I'm expecting Cam to make the NFL. I really am. I think he's an NFL prospect. I watched him last year. He's really good. So you can play Cam at both safeties. I don't know if he can play that nickel corner, but I know he can play free and strong. And if he can play that nickel corner, he definitely should back the NFL.
So Cam Salas had 51 total tackles, 28 solo, 23 assists, 2 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, and 2 passes defended. Those particular, let me see, y'all. He had 7 total tackles against USM, 12 tackles versus Prairie View, 8 solo, 4 assists, 1 forced fumble, another forced fumble versus FAMU, an interception versus Southern and Bethune-Cookman. We got swiped for nickel. So, you know, when I think about like the anchor of Jackson State's defense, what it's going to look like this year, I am excited to break down each position because I think that Jackson State has some very talented young men in each section.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. And this guy here, he's the veteran. He's the quarterback of the defense. What's his size? What's his? What is he? 6'2"?
Ooh, they just dropped it. Austin just dropped a video for Cam. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up. He's 6'. And Mr. Ford, you know that he's been in that weight room, right?
Oh yeah, all of them
So
been
he
in that
might
weight
not
room.
even be 218. He might be we might be looking at 215, 230.
Yeah, he might have linebacker size on him.
You think he has linebacker size?
He could be. I mean, you know, he could get there. He can get there.
Okay, let me play this.
That's good size. 6'2", 215. Yeah, it's really good size.
Ooh, I will not be playing the music. Oh, oh, Lord have mercy. When he hits you with the hit stick, it's not pretty. Ooh, Lord have mercy. You got to be prepared for those type of hits, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, he's got that assassin in him.
You have to be prepared for those type of hits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got that assassin in him.
Aaron Sanders said he's 6'2", 215. So
Yeah, that's really good size.
what they probably did for him is, what do you think? Lean?
I'm quite sure he done put on about 10 pounds of muscle this summer or more.
Right, more so like building muscle, but keeping you in that you don't want him to be too heavy. So I'm pretty sure they probably worked on him instead of bulking him up, like you said, is doing the muscle.
Yeah,
Bailey says he has the skill set of Rob McDaniel with the attitude of Shiloh.
Oh yeah.
I can see that. I could see that. So that is the first team for the SWAC, which, you know, it's exciting to see the evolution of some of these players. And then you also definitely want to follow them throughout the season. Is this, I know you're saying that it's kind of like a crapshoot for preseason, but whenever they look at accolades or whatnot, they do highlight whether or not you were chosen. Even if you think it's a crapshoot, Mr. Ford, that's something that you add to the resume.
Yeah.
Footwork, hands, eyes. He doesn't want to be much heavier than that. Right, Mr. Moore. So he's probably working on we had some of the student athletes in our program that gaining some weight definitely would increase the level of play for them. So I'm excited. I can't wait to break down the whole Jackson State roster, Mr. Ford. You know I do that every year.
Yeah, you got. I mean, you start Wednesday. You'll get everything you need Wednesday.
Let me see. Okay, so now we have to do second team, Mr. Ford, and then we're pretty much like after we do second team. Do you think we need to be focusing on the coaches too?
As far as what defense coordinators? What are we talking about?
Okay, so when getting ready for SWAC Media Day, one of the things that I do is I usually do research on the coaches, like what has their overall wins and losses look like in their program, and what kind of adjustments have they made, so that when I'm actually interviewing them, I don't sit up there and look stupid and ask them generic questions.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to ask them like generic questions, like, you know, the ones that they always ask people.
Oh yeah.
You can get a generic answer. So let me see if I can pull up the second team defense. I was surprised that, you know, FAMU didn't get anybody. Like, you didn't get not even.
No, I'm not surprised at that now. Nobody, I told you, nobody knows what they have.
So does that mean that they have more than like an overall of players then?
Well,
I'm not understanding.
It's a program in transition. You know, you got players leaving out. You got a lot of players coming in, and they did. To be honest with you, I can understand them not picking anybody to be on that. Now, the one kid I probably would have looked at, and like I told you earlier, if I knew what the offensive line looked like, because I've seen him play. That Knowles kid is the truth now. That kid can play. That Isaiah Knowles, he can play. I've seen him. I just don't know about, you know, for me, offensive linemen make quarterbacks. If I knew the kind of offensive lineman they had, I could tell you what that Knowles kid is going to do. You know, because he knows that offense.
Like Mr. Ford says, you think they're going to run the same? So basically what you're saying is folks need to be looking at Albany State's film, their offensive film, to see what's what? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you always do that. Yeah.
Y'all pull up that Albany State film. I'm giving y'all a game.
Oh yeah, you definitely always look at it. Because they
Who
had
was
a
the
high
game?
flying offense. I saw them, they came within 2 games of the national championship, I think. A school called Newberry put them out because I watched that game. He was out that Newberry game because he had a boot on his foot. But I watched him against Valdosta State. I saw him against FAM. And who else did I saw him against somebody else. But that kid is
Edwin Moore says the only reason that Southern has won is Brewster has been all SWAC and they know he's returning. He says we don't know who is on most of these teams. Like
yeah,
it's going to
that's
be
true.
an overhaul.
That's true. Yeah, it is. Now the thing with from what I'm hearing about Jackson is talented, but they're also very young. Now I heard that Jackson has got some really good kids in there, but I heard that they're
Or are you
yeah.
talking about Tremaine? Or are you talking about Jackson State?
No. I'm talking about Jackson State. They say that Jackson has got a lot of talent, but most of them guys are real young.
Who said that?
Ken Clark and your head coach.
It better just been them. You don't get no street committee tea about Jackson from Atlanta, Mr. Ford. Don't get no street committee tea.
I told
about
you
Jackson
I was going to listen to the show with PC and Ken. I told you that.
Just making sure that you're getting it from the right people. Don't go up to the Publix on Cascade Road.
Baby, that's where
folks about what Jackson.
Hey, baby. Publix is where all black college graduates meet on Cascade Road. Yes, baby.
Get your information from them. All right.
Boy.
So yes, the team is young, but as we all know, it's next man up. And to the credit of Jackson State football, you know that we always have like some kids that are in the wing. They've been doing it even since the exit of Prime, which is there's a lot of talent that's on the team, and they are background players until it's their time to become up to the front, right? And your job is to execute. I think we saw that with a prime example of that is Ahmad Miller, Mr. Ford.
Oh yeah,
like he was breakout.
Ahmad.
And then you know that we always usually get like freshman of the year. Like we've gotten freshman of the year a lot. Travis Terrell was young. He sure was.
Let me ask you something. Whatever happened with his name was Malachi? What Malachi White? Was it Whiteman?
Yeah.
Whatever happened with him? You know, where is he?
I don't know. You know that transition when Deion Sanders.
Yeah, he was a wide receiver out of Florida somewhere.
I think it was the transition from like year 1 to year 2. He went in a different direction offensively.
Yeah, his name was Malachi Whiteman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why kids stay in your books, right? Stay in your books.
Oh yeah. I was just wondering about him.
Student become students, and the student athlete. Make sure you guys are going to class, or if you don't have a class, make sure you're going to your, what is it? I think they have online. Make sure that you're going to all your study halls.
Oh yes.
Okay, Marquise Cagle is a defensive lineman for UAPB. He had 24 total sacks, 11 solo tackles, 13 assists, 1 sack. He's 6'1", 270 pounds. Ooh. He's a defensive lineman, Mr. Ford.
Okay, and you said that he's
Oh, look, there's Blue, Mr. Ford.
Oh yeah, that's Blue. Okay. Hey, Blue, are you going up to the Nashville game when Jackson goes against Tennessee State? Are you going to that?
Is Blue in here?
Yeah, he's
now, Blue can tell you that the strength of schedule, which I know he's tired of explaining this, but the strength of schedule that some people have been putting out, they include like FBS teams, but like whenever they do the strength of schedule at the FCS level, they do not include any FBS teams. Anyway.
Hey, Blue, what you got on FAMU as far as interior lineman, offensively and defensively? You heard anything?
You did, Miss Uniqua, you did.
Huh?
What you asking, Blue?
Is there anything about offensively and defensively the lineman at Florida A&M? Does he have any insight on that?
Oh, he's going to Tarleton State versus Prairie View. He's going there to go see Prairie View get that
Blue,
team.
listen, I heard you interview the coach from Stephen F. Austin. You did a great job. You did. I listened to you. You did a great job. I really enjoyed that interview because I'm gonna tell you something. From you talking to that coach, I really want to see Prairie View play Stephen F. Austin because that coach is a winner. That guy at Stephen F. Austin, I was very impressed with him. You did a real good job on that interview.
Mr. Ford.
Huh?
Blue getting flued out.
He gets one time?
He's getting flued out to Tarleton State. The school is flying him out. It's called flued out. It's a saying. I'm surprised you don't know that saying, Mr. Ford. You got all them kids.
Oh, I'll hear it this year.
Blue is getting flued out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so in terms of Malachi Wideman, he entered the supplemental draft in 2023, and then he got suspended. And so he's not playing anymore at this time.
Okay. I was just wondering about it.
In terms of FAMU, they still soft in the middle on the offense and the defense. No.
That's what Blue said?
No, he didn't say that. He did not say that. He didn't say
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if he had any insight on the offensive line and defensive line.
What? Mr. Ford, that FAMU situation where they've been soft in the middle for the last, what would that be, 2 years in a row? Because they were pretty good.
Yeah, Smitty Rock. Listen, always remember when Smitty Rock left Tallahassee, they forgot how to play defense.
Yeah, let me go ahead.
They forgot how to play defense.
What happened, Mr. Ford?
He left. I think.
He made a big time, Willie. Willie! Willie! He gone! Willie!
Yeah, Smitty Rock is with Willie Simmons down at Florida International.
That lady that does that, Willie Made It Big Time. She's coming to Greensboro tomorrow.
Oh, for real?
Yes, I might go see her.
What's going on in Greensboro?
She's doing her comedian stuff. She's got a like comedy zone or something.
Oh, she got to come. Okay,
so
yeah.
I can get a video with her or a picture.
Oh yeah,
she gets played in rotation for sure.
Yeah. She could listen. Tell her the biggest joke in Greensboro is North Carolina A&T's football team.
Mr. Leave North Carolina. You are bullying North Carolina A&T at this time.
No, they just horrible. They're horrible.
They're turning it around this year.
Hey, by the way, Blue, how many games they gonna win? He does the metrics, right? And Blue do the metric. You know, he can tell you.
Blue is like, he'll say it like nicely. He's not gonna just go ahead and say they'll be lucky to win 3 games. He would never.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Brother Brooks.
Yeah.
So next up we have Malik Stinnett. He's a defensive lineman for Bethune-Cookman.
Oh, okay. And what's his size?
How does it feel to win against somebody and still feel inadequate or insecure? That's crazy, right, Mr. Ford?
Say that again for me now. What was that?
Why do some people, they could win against you or win in something, but they still feel inadequate or they still feel insecure about even if they won? Why? What do you think that comes from? Like being able to win, but still being insecure about your place.
Huh.
Puzzle.
Yeah, that's kind of got me puzzled right there.
Yeah, it is. Got me puzzled too.
Yeah.
Malik Sennett is 6'1", 200 pounds. He has 38 38 total tackles, 23 solo, 15 assists, 0.5 sacks. But I think that Bethune-Cookman definitely has to get their defense. The defense has to be on point. It has to.
Yeah. To me, they don't come downhill. They play on their instead of playing forward, they play to me like I don't know. They're just not a dominating type defense to me.
Kenneth Andrews, Alcorn State, 6'3", 285 pounds. Now, you remember that Coach Thomas said that he looked at Jackson State's defense and offense in the trenches, and he said, I have to match that, right?
I like Coach Thomas now. If he gets his offense going, he could be a threat over there in that West.
If the Alcorn State, because they, for the most part, they do have a core of players that were there last year, right? And they do have their quarterback from last year. If Alcorn State can start their season how they finished, they could win the West.
No, they second place. I always remember what I told you. The West is already won. Okay. They can be second place. Everybody in the West is playing for second place.
Blue said 3 or 4 wins.
Three, is that for A&T?
Yes.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's about right.
That's about, well, like you always say, it's a lot of people going to take their bet off on A&T.
I didn't say that.
You talk about that belt to ass all the time. That's what they're going to get.
Mr. Ford said this is what they're going to get.
That's what they're going to get because A&T is horrible.
Mr. Ford.
Huh?
This is what they're going to get, Mr. Ford.
Hello. Welcome back to Lessons with Kobe. Today, we will be learning the term belt to ass in sign language. First, we're going to break it down. Stay with me. Belt to ass. One more time. Belt to ass. Together now. Belt to ass. And that concludes my lesson. See you next season.
Yeah, the mailman's going to beat some ass. Hey, is South Carolina State playing North Carolina A&T this year? Are they playing?
If I was North Carolina A&T, I would stop scheduling the Blacks. I really would. I would stop scheduling the Blacks if I was North Carolina A&T, because
that's the only chance they got at winning a
the
game.
Blacks been tearing their asses up.
Well, listen, if they can't beat the Blacks, they ain't gonna win no games.
They can beat University at Albany, right? They can beat Campbell. They can beat Morgan State.
Right. Yeah, they could. Now, I don't know about Albany, but they could beat Campbell. Yeah, they could beat Campbell.
They can beat Morgan State.
The only thing is, Morgan's gonna play good defense now.
They don't ever have an offense though, Mr. Ford.
That's right. They don't have no offense. Watching their offense is like watching paint dry.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying though. Like, if North Carolina A&T, they play Morgan State on the 29th. That's opening. That means everybody's going to be healthy. Everybody's going to be ready. And that's a home game.
Is that game in Baltimore and Greensboro?
It's in Greensboro.
Yeah, they could possibly win.
They're not even playing their usual. They usually play Winston-Salem State. They're not even playing them this year.
Now, if Coach Wilson loses to A&T, you know what? He got to get his bags back.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah. They need to go ahead and get their vibe. They get their, what you call it?
Game of the season, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, if he loses to A&T, they need to get the U-Haul together. Go ahead on and rent the U-Haul.
This is the problem. Like, Mr. Ford, like, if I wanted to interview some of these coaches, you done pack their bags, pack their boxes, put the tape on the boxes and put it in the U-Haul.
Listen, let me tell you what I would do. If Coach Wilson starts out really bad, I'd go ahead on and pack him up. I'd go ahead on and bet Brian Jenkins. And then I'd sign, what's the guy's name? Sewell, the defense coordinator. I'd sign him a 3-year contract to stay as defense coordinator and give him a raise. And I bring Brian Jenkins. Why Brian Jenkins? He's won 4 MEAC championships. So you want somebody that's already been there, done that. Brian Jenkins been there, done that. Bring him from Edward Waters to Baltimore. Bring him from Jacksonville to Baltimore. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get somebody that's been there, done that. And guess what? Morgan State will show up in the Celebration Bowl. How about that?
I don't know about that, Mr. Ford.
What you don't think they can get by the mailman?
Mr. Ford, Chin is literally just, when are they going to beat him? They cannot beat that man.
They can't beat him, baby.
He is not
Listen,
a
that dude
person that they can go up against.
They call it, what do you say, win the day, baby. Win the day.
I don't know what to say.
The team up there is really fast, too. Did you hear that?
Unbeatable.
Did you hear about how fast the team is? They said the team is really fast.
Huh?
They said the team is real fast. He went out and recruited so much speed.
Oh.
Yeah. They said they're real fast up at South Carolina State.
Well, look, when are they gonna win? He came in, first year head coach, went undefeated. And you said this person will beat him and this person will beat him. Didn't happen. Then, second year, came in and beat him again. And you didn't have no pink slips for nobody, Mr. Ford.
Yeah.
You didn't have no pink slips for anybody. Why is
I'm
that?
going to have one for Coach Wilson now because he got to do something this year. I'm going to have a pink slip for Coach Wilson.
You going to have one for who?
Coach Wilson at Morgan State.
You didn't have no pink slips for, you swore up and down this person was this and that person was that. And that was not true.
Well, listen, they got to, I want Morgan State to come back. I want Morgan State to come back.
Mr. Ford, there were blue blood. Morgan State was a blue blood.
Yeah, yes, they were. Your guy, he argued me down about that. Yeah, they were blue. Yeah, you could. Go back and look at the history of Morgan State.
What you mean, my guy? Hey,
yeah, whatever. What's his name? He'd be with Mr. Campbell.
I wasn't agreeing.
Whatever he say, y'all worship it.
Wait a minute. Who are you talking about? There is nothing that I worship that anybody says.
Yeah, yes. What's his name?
Zoe.
He needs to be with Zoe. Yeah. Oh Lord.
Our guy or my guy. That's just he's a Jackson State guy, but I wasn't. Okay. Now, when you said that Morgan State was a blue blood, I think everybody's antennas kind of raised, but
Yeah, but all you got to do is look at it. Listen, Morgan State
Just
to me,
laughing because y'all was going back and forth. I was just here for the conversation.
but listen, Morgan State is to me a sleeping giant in the MEAC. And what they're missing is a big time head coach, a big time quarterback, and an offense coordinator. And they can show up in the Celebration Bowl.
Okay. Dre said, which team is going to be the first one to go to the make it to the Celebration Bowl? Morgan State, Southern. I think he put Bethune-Cookman in there, and he put another one in there.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Hey, let me tell you this: Southern better get in there in the next 2 to 3 years. Because I'm going to tell you something. I think let me tell you something. It is a shame that Southern spends all that money. You in Baton Rouge, okay, and you haven't been. The Celebration Bowl is 10 years old, and Southern has never been there. That's a shame. That's a shame. Southern's got to get in there in the next 2 to 3 years. Southern got to get in there.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
All right. Isaiah Washburn, Bethune-Cookman.
Listen, I want you to explain this to me. Alcorn has been to the Celebration Bowl 3 times, and Southern has never been. That don't make no sense.
Why are you on Alcorn like that?
I'm just saying, they've been to the Celebration Bowl 3 times, and Southern has never been. And they don't have the money at Alcorn that Southern has.
No, they had them big Mississippi country boys in them trenches.
No, right. They had good coaches. Okay, what's his name? Brought them first. Jay Hobson, and then my man. What's his name? McNair brought him 2 times. Remember? McNair brought him to the Celebration Bowl 2 times. One time he came with the Trigger Man, and the other time he came with that boy. I think his name was Noah Johnson.
Edwin Moore said, "A change gonna come."
Yeah, that's what I feel too. Because let me tell you something, Mr. Moore.
Yes,
y'all got to get in the Southern. Southern's got to get in that. They got to get in that Celebration Bowl. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Southern got to get in that Celebration Bowl. That Celebration Bowl is 10 years old, and Southern ain't never been there.
Why is you so hard on Southern? All right. Isaiah Washburn had 17 total tackles, 9 solo, 8 assists, 4.5 sacks. All right. Okay. Marcellus Johnson, linebacker from Grambling.
I think I remember him.
You remember him? He's a linebacker, 5'11", 215. He had 49 total tackles, 22 solo, 27 assists, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery.
What's his hometown?
Atlanta.
He's from Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah. Andre said that the only time that Southern will be in Atlanta is for the MEAC SWAC Challenge. That's the only portion that they will be able to make it to Atlanta.
I tell you what, some people ain't gonna have no job.
There you go again, Mr. Ford.
Ain't gonna have no job. No, Southern ain't gonna put up with that.
All right, let me save the best for last. Douglas Franklin is a linebacker from Mississippi Valley University. Okay, 6'1", 190 pounds. He's from Cleveland, Mississippi. Graduated from Cleveland.
Cleveland, Mississippi, isn't that where Delta State is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about Cleveland.
24 solo tackles, 15 assists, 39 total tackles, 5.5 tackles for loss. Okay. 9 Lassiter. Bethune-Cookman as well. So Bethune-Cookman has some defensive players.
How many players on that second team from Bethune?
3.
Okay. That's good. That's really good.
They have Naeem Lassiter is 5'11", 170 pounds from Tampa, Florida. He had 56 total tackles, 31 solo, 25 assists, 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception, and he had a touchdown last year, a 40-yard touchdown and 3 passes defended. Okay. Keon Hanley Jr. is a defensive back from Alabama A&M.
Oh, okay.
5'9", 181 pounds. He had 44 total tackles, 26 solo, 18 assists, 1 sack, 3 fumble recoveries.
And where is he from?
He's from McCalla, Alabama.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Tavion Haney is a defensive back from Alcorn State. 6'1", 180 pounds from Little Rock, Arkansas. 30 total tackles, 23 solo, 7 assists, 6 passes defended. Are we listening to the Jackson State song again? Wait, I'm going to play something. Mr. Ford, we have 2 players on the 2026 preseason football all SWAC second team defense.
What's that name?
State song.
Okay.
Okay. It went on. I was like, wait a minute. All right. You ready, Mr. Ford?
Yeah.
You need to know about these heavy hitters because when they knock the sonic rings out of the quarterback and the running back of the opposing team, I don't want to hear no, I didn't know who this person was. We're introducing you now. Carmelo Jones, 6'2", 216 pounds.
That's good size.
Yeah, he's a linebacker. 36 total tackles. 36 total tackles, 18 solo, 18 assists, 1 pass defended. Now, if I, you know how you were saying like it's a young team?
Right.
Carmelo Jones has been here for 3 years.
Where's he from? What's his hometown?
He's from Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that's one of those situations where sometimes when we say young team, we also mean like players that have been on the roster, but you might not have actually seen them like on the field like that. They're coming out.
Right.
I'm coming out. Oh, I want the world to know. Got to let it show. Yeah. So. All right. Oh, Mr. Ford, KJ Chisholm.
Oh, yeah. Know about him.
Now, listen, when we talk about development and, that's very important for your student athletes. Like when we talk about building a program and sustaining a program, one of the things that you can highlight at Jackson State is we develop our players.
Yes, you do.
So KJ Chisholm had 34 total tackles last year, 26 solo, 8 assists, 5 passes defended. Now, I will say this, folks. KJ is one of those players that developed. He's 6 foot, 190 pounds. He's from Beaufort, Beaufort. Is it Beaufort, South Carolina?
Oh yeah, Buford.
Yeah, Beaufort, South Carolina. He's a sophomore. Well, he'll be a junior this year, I think. Yeah, maybe he's a redshirt sophomore. But you know, he was definitely tested a lot last year. People targeted him. And so him making all SWAC second team defense just speaks to his performance last year and his development. And I'm sure it's going to be one of those things where try me if you want to, come throw it my way and let's go heads up.
Now, what about that Rogers kid? He didn't make second team?
What Rogers kid?
You got a kid named Rogers last year.
Kamari Rogers?
Yeah, is he back?
Why you don't ask me about who here and who ain't until next Wednesday, Mr. Ford.
That kid could play though. That Rogers kid was good.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
yes,
he was real good. I remember him.
Yes, he is. He is. Yeah, don't ask me any questions about who is here and who ain't until next Wednesday. Major Bully said he is, but don't ask me personally, okay? I'll answer those questions on Wednesday when I have my big old sheet in hand with all the players and their numbers. Co-pilot said he is back.
If he's not on that second team, they snubbed him. They snubbed him.
Listen, so so that right there, like folks keep on saying, like, well, who does Jackson State got? Okay, so if you count in Kamari Rogers, right? You count in KJ Chisholm. We have Swipe Marshall, Mr. Ford, which you're getting introduced to Swipe because he's a transfer, but he's a dog, right? Ooh, that secondary ain't nothing to play with, okay? Okay.
No,
that secondary is nothing to play with. So I think you'll be impressed with our secondary.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like them kids you calling out. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll be breaking down those positions. What is it? Probably the week after SWAC Media Day, because then I'll have access to it. Yeah. Blue said he is Mr. Ford.
Who is that?
Kamari Rogers.
So Rogers is a player. He's a player. I remember him. I watched him closely. He's a player.
So, Mr. Ford, what do you think about these all the different players so far? What do you think about them? Are you excited?
Yeah. I'm very excited, baby. You know, I told you, let me reiterate. 2025 SWAC football season was exciting. 2026 is going to be better. Yeah. And I'm very excited. I just hate I can't go to Nashville with y'all because I got to be here for this. I got to see Alabama A&M and Howard.
Right.
If it were not for that, I'd be in Nashville with y'all. So, man, listen, Nashville on a Saturday night, downtown, on the campus of Vanderbilt, Dudley Field. Man, what more can you ask? Tennessee State versus Jackson State? Oh, I'm giving my niece some money to being while she, on that day, because she's excited. She told me everybody's excited. I told you.
So exciting that Tennessee State is like excited about this game because they're usually the fan base is kind of like lackluster.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because they the king of 1,500 paid attendance. You know that. But I'm just so happy that it's at Vanderbilt. And I told you I talked to my niece. I was with her, was it last week?
Mm-hmm.
And she was just telling me everybody was excited in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
All the students are excited, and
They come to see the Blacks, Mr. Ford.
yeah, and they're coming to see Jackson State. Y'all got that reputation. The Boom is gonna be there, right? Is the Boom going?
Mr. Ford, now why would you ask that question?
I'm just wondering.
When has the Boom not ever attended? The
You
only
right.
I want to say like the only off the road like game that we didn't attend was maybe UAPB. Maybe they took a week off.
Okay.
They go to
Yeah.
every game.
Listen, that's gonna be a big game. I mean, that's got to be I'll take that back. The only thing about the Alabama State Southern game in Birmingham, that's a big game, no doubt about it. But I just don't like no 3 o'clock start. That's in the heat, and it's already 100 degrees. Oh, that's gonna be awful.
Ooh, Mr. Ford.
Uh-huh.
Major Bully said the Boom has a weak schedule too.
Oh yeah, they got a weak schedule, man. Listen, they can't wait till I was talking to our other little cousin. He
Not-
said that, they can't wait to the Boom come up there against the Aristocrats.
Oh my gosh, now we have a weak schedule too. Ooh, Major Bullies, you were wrong for that.
Yeah, they don't, man. I can't. Listen, can you imagine when they come into Vanderbilt Stadium in Dudley Field and they break into that theme song that you just played? Man,
Pom poms get to going.
yeah, them pom poms get to going, baby.
Pom poms going.
And I told you now. Listen, I know Jackson State gonna bring their fan, but Tennessee State ought to make that a sellout. Didn't you tell me what 35 to 40,000? How many people does that stadium hold?
40,000.
Listen, that game should be a sellout. That game should be a sellout. You in Nashville on a Saturday night, the game should be a sellout.
Not that they said the Boom has this battling a bunch of cupcakes on their schedule. Ooh, speaking of weak schedule, not the Sonic Boom of the South got a weak schedule.
Man, please.
Miss Whitley said, we ain't parking pins, we travel. Mr. Ford, the next time you go to Cascade Road.
What's he say? We ain't pots and pans.
Look, you need to see if Pots and Pans is coming to Jackson this year because we went to Tallahassee.
Yes, y'all did. Y'all went to Tallahassee.
Saving up their coin because we don't want to hear no excuses.
You right. Y'all went to Tallahassee. I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah, I watched it on television.
Blew them out the water.
Yeah, y'all did it. Yeah, y'all came to Tallahassee.
So is Pots and Pans coming? So when you go to Cascade Road, go ahead and get the insight on that.
Yeah, I have to go out to now we got another one. It's on Camp Creek. The guy that, I call him Mr. FAMU, Bobby Swoops. I think I talked to you about him before, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got to ask him because, he's like the man up here when it comes to FAMU business. I have to ask him if they're going out to Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But he doesn't see. I'm near the Cascade Publix. There's a Publix out on Camp Creek. What's that? It's a little like a strip open mall out there. I'm trying to think of the name. Marketplace. It's called Marketplace. Yeah. And that's where he hangs out there, the one at Marketplace.
So, like the HBCU alums just take over Publix?
You just see them coming in. A lot of people wear their paraphernalia. People wear their Jackson State hats.
HBCU club at the grocery store.
Well, I mean, they come in and get their groceries, and then you'll know it. Like I said, they'll have on their paraphernalia. You can see it. You'll know it. And then sometimes I have on, different schools, and they'll say, "Are you from Tuskegee?" No, my sister went to Tuskegee, and then I'll tell them I went to Clark Atlanta and I went to Grambling, and Then when they start side-eyeing me, looking at me real crazy, that means they went to Southern.
Edwin Moore says he'll be surprised if Pots and Pans goes past Alabama, Georgia, or South Carolina. They do turnaround trips, so they don't expect them to be in Jackson.
Well, I'm quite sure they're gonna be at Alabama State's homecoming, because that's a turnaround trip. It's not that far between Tallahassee and Montgomery.
Why they can't leave at I think it's a night game, the FAMU game? Oh no, it's not. It's not a night game.
Which one?
They're not coming for homecoming.
Wait a minute. What's the night game?
FAMU versus Jackson State is homecoming, and you guys are they're saying that they don't expect the 100 to come. So, and I think that game is played in the middle of the day, and I think
that's
or something like that. So they're not gonna come. I mean, I guess we'll just have it works out in a sense, because I guess we could have a longer halftime show. Co-pilot said they're going to Jackson this year, but when I was at that FAMU versus Jackson State game in 2024, they said the 100 is on the way. They'll be here any minute, and they never showed up, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, I watched the game on television. I remember.
To show up, they never showed up.
I remember that. Yeah, they didn't show up.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But they need to come, because we came to yours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Yeah, y'all came to theirs, and then I think they should come because it's your homecoming.
They need to see what a real the best homecoming in HBCU.
I was about to say, Dave swears that's in Greensboro, right?
We ain't gonna go on that's G-Ho.
G-Ho.
Oh, yeah. Daryl Smith said, and they not coming this time. So don't get your hopes high, y'all. Don't get your hopes high. Anyway. Oh, Major Bully said those Florida folks do not travel.
They'll come to Montgomery.
Montgomery, that's like what, right around the way?
Yeah, they come up from I'm trying to think. Don't they go across South Georgia? They come across South Georgia, then Montgomery's not that far from Columbus.
Bethune-Cookman don't go nowhere but to the
what's that thing? The Florida Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about. And then they'll perform for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Or they might perform for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think it's basically the Jacksonville Jaguars.
When FAMU came to Southern in 1986, after we waxed them in January for an HBCU All-Star game, they came and hit the road right after the game. Talk about a long trip. Damn. Boom went to Jack Hassey and took over. I mean, it's technically, if they leave at 6 a.m, they can get here in time, right? I think it's 7 hours?
Maybe, yeah.
It's like 7 hours. I think. Tallahassee to Jackson, Mississippi. I know that we were deep, Mr. Ford. So.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so this concludes our part 2, of course, of the SWAC preseason. We went over the offense, we went over the defense. Saturday, that is when it'll be like the drum roll for the SWAC Media Day. Putting together some things, Mr. Ford. And so then what is we going to talk about on Saturday, Mr. Ford?
SWAC Media Day. Who you looking forward to seeing? Who's another podcaster or journalist or television broadcasting. And by the way, I hope they do something for Charlie Neal. I hope they, I hope they do something for Charlie Neal. Because Charlie Neal has been the godfather for black college football broadcast for about the last 40, 45 years, isn't it? Because I started listening to him in the early 80s.
Right.
So I hope they do something.
So for me, I'm excited to, of course, interview Coach TC Taylor. I usually interview Coach Eddie Robinson.
Oh yeah.
Usually interview Coach Thomas. Who else do I interview? And Alonzo Hampton, Coach Alonzo Hampton from UAPB.
You gonna interview Tremaine Jackson?
Probably not, Mr. Ford.
Why?
Why are you so damn messy?
I ain't nobody messing. You need to interview, man. They the defending SWAC champions. Why you not gonna interview it?
Oh, what questions will we be asking Coach Tremaine Jackson?
Who's gonna be his starting quarterback?
He's not going to answer. He didn't answer last year. He's not going to answer the question this year. So find another question to ask him. Like, you don't have any more questions? That's the only question you have?
No. We want to know the average size of his offensive and defensive line. Because I heard they bigger this year.
So sometimes, like, the coaches, when you ask questions, Mr. Ford, you said some things on this podcast. So
what did I say?
We don't know if he's gonna even,
Huh?
Okay, any more questions, Mr. Ford? What other questions do you have? Because we're gonna put that one on the back burner, okay? Usually I interview about 30 to 40 people. And they just,
I want you to ask him, what would it take for them to utilize for Prairie View to play a game in Houston, other than Texas Southern? I'm saying, like, would they consider? Listen. What would they consider playing Southern University in Houston?
Mr. Ford,
ask him that.
Didn't you just talk to Glasses the other day?
We're talking about Coach Jackson.
I know, but didn't you talk to Glasses?
Yeah, I talked to him on Doc Show. Yeah, I talked to him on Doc Show. Yeah.
Okay, by the way, you should have told Glasses to interview his coach. That's his coach.
Yeah, but you can interview him too. You represent the SWAC and all of that. You can, and I was about to say something. I was going to tell you something. I can't. I lost. I'm getting older.
I don't think I had any boring interviews, Mr. Moore. I don't think I had any boring interviews.
Oh, I was about to say, you're going to try to interview Marshall Falk.
Probably not, Mr. Ford.
Why not?
I'm there to really interview TC Tayller.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna just interview TC Taylor. You're going.
I really, 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 really want to interview.
Oh, by the way, are you gonna try to get an interview with the commissioner?
Huh?
Are you gonna try to get an interview with the commissioner?
No, probably not. Probably not.
For real?
Mr. Ford, I have the HBCU quarterback club, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is probably where my main focus would be. Interview Jackson State, interview the quarterbacks, right?
Okay, it's Lockhart. That's Andrew Body.
That's all of them. There's like 7 of them.
Okay, all right. Okay.
That because I'm doing my HBCU quarterback club, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. So that's really important to me, is interviewing the quarterbacks, right? Getting that foundation.
Hey, do me a favor. Do me a favor. I want you to float my idea of combining the MEAC with the SWAC and see how
Absolutely
everybody.
not.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
check.
Absolutely not.
Float that around. Do a
Mr. Ford, I have
do a
done that.
random. No. Do a random poll and see if I get 50% that agree with me about
Oh, Blue already got the
combining.
answer.
Huh?
Blue already got the answer for you. Caden Smith or Preston Brown is the quarterback for Prairie View. But Mr. Ford, if it's one thing that I promise you I will not be doing, I will not be asking anybody if they are going to combine the MEAC and the SWAC. Now,
Yeah. Tell them you're doing that on behalf of Mr. Ford, because I want to
No.
know if I got 50% would agree with me on that.
Mr. Ford,
Huh?
I have asked the commissioner, does he plan on adding any other members? I did that I've been a SWAC Media Day for 3 years, and you had me ask him that question for 2 out of the 3 years. And
Listen,
he
everybody,
always gave the same
alignment.
answer.
Listen,
He said no.
alignment is always on the table. Alignment is always on the table.
I would never ask, are they going to combine the MEAC and the SWAC?
Combine the MEAC and the SWAC, baby.
We're not trashing our history for a merger. Ooh, did you see that, Mr. Moore?
What happened?
Mr. Moore said we're not trashing our history for a merger. Listen, see, and this is what I'm saying. I guess this is why we're gonna work out the kinks for Saturday, because the questions you are asking me, Mr. Ford, are not appropriate for SWAC Media Day. I need questions that, so that these coaches can give out their generic answers. We might do last year I did a kind of a fun game where I was asking them about SWAC greats, which ones would they cut, start, bench, cut, SWAC greats or something like that. You remember when I did that?
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Kind of do stuff like that, because what I've noticed about media days is they always have a generic answer that they give, because that's how you're supposed to do it. You're not going to reveal anything big to somebody, right? So asking those types of questions to the coach so that they can give you a generic answer, it kind of wastes time to me, right? Miss Mack, I will not be asking that question. Now, a question that we could ask is maybe how has these NCAA restructuring of the transfer portal and eligibility, how has that affected your program, or how do you foresee in the near future it affecting your program? But as far as asking those y'all be asking shady ass questions.
I'd like for you to ask about the possibility. Listen, the possibility of a game in New York, Chicago, Los Angeles.
AD. That's a question for AD.
No, that could be a question for Dr. McClellan.
I'm getting ready to post my interviews from last year, because I could have sworn I already asked those types of questions. Mr. Ford, you must have missed it. I think I asked AD Robinson that question last year. And his response,
and you know what?
If the money is right and all the ducks are in a row, then we don't have no problem.
You know what? I'd like for you to float the question about, could we possibly play a game in Tokyo, Japan, like Grambling did back in, I think that was in the 70s. Could we possibly take HBCU football game to Tokyo, Japan?
Who the hell wants to go to Tokyo, Japan? Not I.
Yeah.
No,
that would be big. That would be big.
You could have said Puerto Rico or something. You should have said Puerto
Rico. Tokyo, Japan. Take it to Tokyo, Japan.
Absolutely not. You could have said Puerto Rico or something. Not Tokyo.
Yeah, South Carolina State meets Jackson State in Tokyo, Japan. That's instant credibility.
We can't even get the bands to go across 2 or 3 states, and you over here talking about taking them to Tokyo.
Tokyo, Japan, baby. You know, Doug Williams played over there twice. He played Morgan State one year, and then he played Temple the second year. Doug Williams. Grambling State Tigers. I think that was 76 and 77, I think. I have to look it up.
We don't want to go to Tokyo.
Yeah, Tokyo, Japan.
No, okay. Can you give us another destination?
Okay, would you like to go to Hong Kong?
Oh, we don't want to go to China. Y'all remember when Texas Southern Band went to China? Texas Southern went to China.
Random States football team went to Tokyo.
Isn't that plane ride like 12 hours? Ain't
Yeah,
no way.
no, isn't that like 18 hours? That's like 18 hours.
Oh, hell no. You're getting on a plane for almost a whole day? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No.
Because I think you fly from here to
keep it on
Los
US soil,
Angeles?
Mr. Ford.
You fly from here to Los Angeles, then you go to Hawaii, and then from Hawaii, I think you go to Tokyo.
Mr. Ford, who is funding this trip, Mr. Ford?
We'd have to find some sponsors.
Huh? Who's funding the trip?
We have to find somebody.
Well, please don't find the sponsors. Make sure that they aren't the same folks that created the Valley versus FAMU Classic that they was going to have in Atlanta.
That was 100 black men in Atlanta. That's who did that.
Allegedly. Hey, y'all, put allegedly in the chat. Put allegedly in the chat. I don't need nobody hitting me up talk about some da-da-da-da-da. Put allegedly in the chat. Oh, they are cutting up in the chat. An 18-hour flight. No. We can't even get a good sponsor for domestic games. You have to take a whole week off. Okay, Mr. Ford, we're going to stay on U.S. soil. We're going to stay on U.S. soil.
Okay, we'll stay on U.S. soil.
If we get sponsorships for something, it's not going to be for a Tokyo trip. I know that's right. Man, bring them to Charlotte.
Yeah, that would be nice. Bring them. Like I said, I would like to see a SWAC.
We don't want to go to New York. We want to
go. Yeah, you need to go to New York. Yeah.
No, we don't.
Yes. You go to MetLife Stadium. What they call that? The Meadowlands. Then you need one at Soldiers Field, Chicago. We need a game at the LA Coliseum, Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, Mr. Ford, you could have said the Virgin Islands. No, I'm not trying to be funny, but I think Puerto Rico is what, a 4-hour plane ride. And then well, we don't have Spirit no more, but they do have Delta or American Airlines, and it's relatively inexpensive. I think that if you're going to do that, you need to go to someplace that still is that doesn't require a passport for all of the fans that want to go, Mr. Ford.
Hey, Miss Whitley, you got a point there. You're right. With this time so volatile. Yeah, we might need to leave that alone.
I wouldn't mind a game in New Orleans.
Hey, Mr. Moore. Yeah, Doug Williams played 2 times in Tokyo. It was 76 and 77, I think.
You could sell tickets in LA easier than New York. I think that the Las Vegas Classic was so dope. It was like that.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of people there. Now,
I think that would be a place we should go back to. We should go back to Vegas.
In the chat, allegedly, the money, it wasn't as much as we wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Got to work out those kinks.
But I thought that was a nice place to play. Was Vegas? I thought Vegas.
Fun. Vegas was fun. And Vegas is in terms of talking about, it's a little bit more expensive than it used to be, but it's manageable.
Yeah. I thought that was a great spot. I watched the pep rally and everything. I watched the pep rally and I watched the game.
Huh? When I say it was not just Jackson State folks outside, it was literally I want to say North Carolina Central had a very big game that weekend, and there was folks in the North Carolina Central paraphernalia. There was folks from Valley, from Alcorn. Baby, The folks was outside for this game, okay? From all HBCUs for that Jackson State versus Grambling. I wouldn't mind going back, but the money has to be right.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Moore said, get with Doug or the commissioner and have them make sure we get those games placed in our SWAC history.
Listen, they have programs. They got the programs and everything from those games. I saw the one when they played Temple. I saw that program. Yeah, they got the programs and everything.
I like Las Vegas because there's so much nightlife to do. My ass was going to sleep though and having lives, but Vegas is fun.
I enjoyed that pep rally, the one that we saw.
It was so nice.
Yeah, the pep rally. I saw that on my computer, I think. I thought the pep rally was live.
The pep rally was it. And when I say it was from one end of the it almost reminds me of the Jackson State Plaza. From one end all the way down, like it was wall to wall.
Yeah, that should be a destination.
Co-Pilot says Graham didn't want to go there this year because Jackson State is one of their biggest games.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. LA is too expensive. I feel like Las Vegas was perfect. They have relatively inexpensive plane tickets if you get them ahead of time. They had, well, I wasn't staying on the strip. I stayed like right across the street from the stadium. The promotion of the game was absolutely excellent. Like they literally had Jackson State versus Grambling on that big ass Allegiant Stadium, Mr. Ford. They had it every 10 minutes. You would see that this game was going to be in town.
Hey, what was it? What was the attendance for the football game?
It had to be about. They said that I think it was about 30,000, Mr. Ford.
Okay, yeah, okay, okay.
History said that Grambling is very successful against JSU and Alcorn in the hole. They don't want to move that game from the hole. Hell, Grambling was successful against us in Vegas. We're not even going to bring that up. But even though we lost, we had a time last night. There was a guy that was there from, I want to say, was it Whitley? Was he from Tuskegee? They were doing line dancing, Mr. Ford. And I have 2 left feet, but I had fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just hope we can get another game.
We had 30,000 on the West Coast. That was good.
Yeah, that was real good.
And you had folks that weren't even from HBCUs that said, "Oh yeah, we're going to that."
Yeah.
They would rather play JSU on a neutral field than in the vet. Oh, okay. I think that was so much fun. So I want to go back next year, hopefully. So, Mr. Ford, I'm coming back on Saturday. I need you to work on your questions because those questions were out of pocket. Okay.
Okay. All
those
right.
questions out of pocket. I will not be asking any of those questions. You already be getting me in trouble, Mr. Ford, on here. Firing folks left and right. Because you fire everybody. And then I see them in person and they're like, oh, so you're her. You're SheLovesThee. And I'm like, hi. And they're like giving me like this look like, because they watch the show, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, because I know that guy I talked to the other night. He definitely watches your show. You call him Glasses. Yeah, he definitely watches your show.
You think he watches? Are you sure, Mr. Ford?
Yeah. Yeah, I know he watches your show.
He be tuned in. Okay.
Yeah. I told you he used one of your graphics.
He can make his own.
No, he used one of your graphics. I saw it. You did a graphics on coaches or something. You was rating coaches or something. He used it on his show.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Ford, you are so funny.
Yeah, he uses your graphic. But yeah, he watches your show. I know he watches it.
Mrs. Bonnie. Yes. So we're gonna come back on Saturday. Y'all in the chat, I need y'all to come up with some questions too. But when y'all come up with some questions, don't be over here asking, when is your eligibility up? We're not asking those kind of questions. How long have you been playing football? We're not asking those kind of questions.
Can you play some music for me Saturday?
What kind of music you want on Saturday?
I want to hear some Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Ford. So we will be back here on Saturday, y'all. I'm slowly working my way in, Mr. Ford, because football season ain't no joke.
No, it's not.
Tuesday to recap the SWAC Saturday that I didn't finish. And then Thursday, we have to do the who do I think is going to show out 3. I'm gonna do how many players, Mr. Ford? I think I'm gonna have to shorten it. It needs to be 2 offensive players, 2 defensive players from Jackson State, and then the opposing team, or from FAMU, or from Alabama State. And I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna just have to dwindle it down. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to overwork myself. What before, and then I need to schedule like people from the opposing team, right?
Right.
Tennessee State should have a podcast where they're able to give some insight, and maybe I can bring them on the Thursday before August 29th.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Moore, I do not have a handler to reel in interviews. Usually I get up and I see a coach or an AD and I walk up to them and say, hey, can you answer some questions? Because I always go on the side. I'm always on the side. So also,
I'm thinking this is going to be the biggest media day as far as outlets. You know, you said you thought it would be about 150. I'm thinking about 200 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That might be why I haven't gotten an approval yet.
You haven't got what?
I haven't gotten my approval yet.
You're kidding.
Well, I think I might have sent mine anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, they know you, though. Everybody knows you.
You can't, just because someone knows you, Mr. Ford, you can't be like, hey, I'm here for SWAC Media Day.
Yeah, they know you. You have the commissioners a year.
Please stop saying that, Mr. Ford. It's not true.
Yeah, you have the commissioners a year.
The game on 8/29 will be late. Are you going to do a show? I absolutely am. Absolutely. I have to. I'm working. Mr. Ford, it's going to be too much. There's so many shows on 8/29. She said that, that game's not going to end till like 11, Mr. Ford.
That's the Jackson game?
Jackson versus Tennessee State.
Tennessee State, yeah. Because that game starts at 7, right? Or 7:30.
Yeah, starts at 7:30. So that's like what, 4 hours?
That's 8:30 our time. Because they behind us.
Ooh. Yeah, so like
what I'll do.
Hear from you on Saturday.
That's what I'm saying. I'll come home after the Lord willing, the Alabama A&M Howard
game.
And then I'll come and tell you what I saw.
I mean, so that's what I'm saying. Like on Saturdays, I usually have a SWAC Saturday. So then on Tuesday is where we would break down all those games. Thank God for AI, because I got overwhelmed last year. It was a lot. All right. I shall see you guys on Saturday. Bring a bottle of well, for you, Mr. Ford, you can bring a bottle of cold water. Y'all bring some champagne.
Yeah, bring me some more. Okay.
Some Gatorade, some tea, lemonade. I get to play my favorite song, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, I know the one. I know what you're talking about.
I've had some good days.
Yes, I know that one.
I've had some hills to climb. I love that song.
Oh, yeah.
See you Saturday, y'all.
Okay, have a good night.
Good night.
I've had some good days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around, and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I follow the clouds hang low. I can hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord. Lord, why so much pain? But He knows what's best for me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see. So I'll just say, thank you, Lord.